Hello, and welcome back to the We Promise It Gets Better podcast. We'd just like to start by saying sorry for the last few weeks of silence. We did take a break for the Christmas break, just to like relax, spend some time with our families. We did have an episode for last week, but unfortunately, we were having just a lot of technical difficulties and we weren't able to post it. So we are back this week with our episode. But first, should we start with our question of the day, Katie?
Our question of the day is, what is one thing you did over your Christmas break?
Okay. I read 6 books over the Christmas break, and I bought 4. It was fantastic. I had a really good Christmas break just reading. I was really happy. What about you?
I did a lot of cooking and it was amazing. I got to cook some new dishes and thoroughly enjoyed my time in the kitchen.
That's that's awesome. What did you cook that you think was your favorite?
Mm, I made a new burger recipe
Ooh.
and I think it slaps.
You'll have to make it for me sometime. I
Definitely.
can be the judge of that.
Yeah.
All right. So today we are going to just be talking about kind of like the things that happened in 2025. There was a lot, so we're just going to kind of be going through some of that, having some conversation. Comment down below what you think about these things. Should we just get right into it?
Yeah. So this is a special installment of the We Promise It Gets Better podcast. This is an unedited video. You're
Okay.
welcome, or I'm sorry.
We have to be careful what we
In
say.
advance.
If we
Yeah.
really have to, we will edit something, but we will try our best not to.
Yeah. So we'll keep ourselves accountable. At the end of the video, if we have to edit something, we'll let you know.
Okay. So the first thing that happened, well, not the first thing that happened at all, but the first like big event we have down. Listen, we didn't get everything. We just got what we got. Um so the California wildfires, the major wildfires broke out on January 7th, causing extreme damage and becoming one of the most expensive disasters in US history, costing 164 to 250 billion dollars. This accounts for deaths, property damages, and a reduction in local economy activity. One guy managed to almost perfectly preserve his house and lawn by turning on a sprinkler before he evacuated. Good on you, man. That's
Wow.
so smart.
I know his neighbors were so jealous. Like when they came back and they were like, "What? How does this guy's house still exist?" Like imagine coming back and your house is absolutely decimated. Everything is gone. You look over and your neighbor's house is perfectly intact.
That would make me actually like rage. Like how? That's just not even possible.
Same. Okay, next we have on the docket, we have the TikTok ban. Does it count as a ban if it was less than 24 hours? I feel like that's not even really
not
a
a ban.
suspension.
That's just like
That's
it's like when your mom tries to take your phone away, but you have such
that's
a big tantrum that like they give it back.
exactly. That's
Doesn't
what
even count.
exactly what I was thinking. It's like it was just like a little breather, a little break, and everyone was freaking out, sharing all of their like little secrets, and they're like, "Guys, so I know I make content like videoing what I eat, but I don't actually eat any of it." And then I was,
Yeah, it was crazy
what?
stuff. I
And
remember seeing some of them. I'm like,
yeah.
guys.
And then they got back on, and everyone's like, "Actually, we were lying about lying," but no one was believing them, and I just think that's really funny that everyone was like, "We're never gonna see each other again." Like they were dying, but it was just one of like 50 social media apps being banned.
It was also just interesting to me to see just like how like what happens when you take away a source of media. Like I know in a lot of places like media's taken away for bad reasons like censorship and things like that, but
Yeah.
they're like they just took it away. Do you know why? What exactly did they take it away for?
It's because the US was trying to negotiate with China because of like data sharing, because they get all your data. TikTok is not necessarily as ethical as the other apps. So
yeah, so I think that's actually like a valid reason
yeah,
to take it away, and they're like bringing down America. I don't know.
Exactly, but then they went to Red Note, which is even more Chinese, and so the government was like, "Oh, I guess we're screwed."
Yeah, I've never had TikTok, so it was not an issue for me.
Yeah.
Everyone's like harping on me for always going on Instagram Reels, but guys, who still had Reels when TikTok was banned?
Yeah,
I did.
Exactly, and like, why do I need 2 places where I can doom scroll the same crap?
Exactly. Like, listen, TikTok might be more like current crap, but you know, I'm okay if I'm a week late to the trends.
Same.
Okay, so next we have it was released in 2024, but Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars erupted all over social media, both with heartfelt clips and memes. This song finished the year with almost 1 billion streams on
That's
Spotify.
crazy. Do you remember that though? I was remembering that.
Yeah.
Like it started out as really cute emotional videos and then it slowly just transgressed into absolute memes.
No, yeah, it was just interesting because I know it was so popular in 2024. I'm honestly like, it was one of those songs where like you feel like it got popular so fast and then you heard it all the time to the point where you got sick of it. I didn't think it
Yeah.
would stay popular for as long as it did.
I'm kind of sad that it did. Like when it first came out, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, this is a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But by yeah, I just couldn't take it anymore at some point.
No, I feel that I had to stop listening to it because like yes, it's a great song, but also when you hear it all the time, like I did, however, I heard one singer on Instagram do a cover. I can't speak. It's been a long day. Okay, a cover of it, in Spanish, and it was
Oh,
so beautiful. And she's just like with piano. It was, ugh, I think she should release that, and then I would listen to it
yeah.
again. But
Okay. Speaking of music, January was full of some top streams like Rose and Bruno Mars's. I'm gonna absolutely butcher this. Is it apt? Apt?
APT.
APT. We're just gonna call it APT. You know what I'm talking about. And Sabrina Carpenter with Taste and Billie Eilish's Birds of a Feather.
I hate the first two songs with a burning passion. Birds of a Feather is
Same.
good, but
Yeah.
I
OP. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit OP.
what does
But
that mean?
um, I think it can mean overplayed or overpowered.
Mm.
Which? Yes.
For a minute, I thought you were talking witch like WITCH.
Oh,
Like that's a random tangent.
No, not this time.
I've been reading too many books. That's my issue. Um, Birds of a Feather's okay. I do agree it's a little bit overplayed, but it's still like a good song. But Sabrina Carpenter's Taste and the Rose and Bruno Mars song. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. They played it almost every single day at work, sometimes multiple times a day. Like obviously they can't help it. It's like a radio station, but it was
Yeah.
like it got to the point where every time I heard either of those songs, I just wanted to go hide in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like it was horrible.
It just you know the beginning of the Bruno Mars song where
Yeah.
they go like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would hear it and be like, no, please no.
Yeah, my thing was just I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of some of Sabrina Carpenter's music because it's just kind of is
Yeah.
don't shoot the
Whatever you're gonna
messenger
say,
here,
yes.
but it's just it all sounds very similar to me. And listen, I don't think there's a problem with that. When you find like when a singer finds their sound and they find what they're good at, I think it's great that they can continue to utilize it in different ways. It's just I'm not super into that genre of music anyways, so it's not really something that I favor.
Yeah.
Then let's move on to February. So Kendrick Lamar's halftime show was a milestone. He delivered on all the hype. It had 132.5 million live views, making it the most watched halftime show ever, even surpassing Michael Jackson's iconic performance. Ooh, how do I feel about that? I think I like Michael Jackson better though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was really visually appealing. I really did find it
Mhm.
visually appealing. I think that there were some elements that were kind of mid.
Mm-hmm.
I had to watch the whole thing. We did it for we had to analyze it for school.
Really? What class?
SAP.
Oh, I wasn't in SAP,
So we had to like read through every single one of the songs, and there was definitely where I was like, "Oh, that's a cool rhyme." There are other times where I'm like, "Why are you talking about mayonnaise?" Like dead serious.
That's crazy.
It's like I don't think you can call this like a masterpiece if he mentions mayonnaise.
Yeah, I haven't
Sue
listened
me.
to too much rap because again, I'm very particular with my music. You're gonna find that, but I have listened to some of Kendrick Lamar, and I don't think he's bad. I think he's pretty good. But I remember the whole time my mom was just because my mom like really dislikes rap, but she's like, "This is just so meaningless." I'm like, "Mom,
So
shut
mean.
up. Just let me listen, okay?" Like, yeah, she was judging it the whole time, and I was just trying to actually see what was up, but I didn't
Yeah.
pay too much attention.
I like rap. I like rap, especially get me some Christian rap. I'm into it.
Yeah, I don't know. Rap is just not for me. But other than that, I don't think we really had too much in February.
No. Yeah.
You know, it's Valentine's Day, but for single people, it's just not the same.
Facts. It was another dry Valentine's Day for me.
Maybe we got 2 weeks, Katie. We got like 2 or 3 weeks to find a man.
Dang it. 2 weeks. Okay. Moving on to March, Gracie Abrams released Death Wish, which ended up getting over 14.2 million streams. I'd also like to say that I was listening to Gracie Abrams way before she was cool. Like, I'm talking 5-6 years ago. I was listening to Gracie Abrams.
Wow.
I know. And then I was like, why is everyone else listening to Gracie Abrams? And then I like looked her up and I'm like, oh, she's actually cool. That's so weird. But she was pretty abstract then. But
No,
I liked
that's
it.
such a flex though.
It kind of is.
I remember I went to a John Party concert in it was a couple years ago. It was grade 10. Yes. It was the October we went into grade 10. So I don't know what year that was.
I can't even. It's too late in the
Not
day.
even gonna try, but
I'm
it
too
was
tired.
probably like 2023 or 2024.
Yeah.
I went to a John Party concert and Ella Langley was opening, and I was the only one in my row who knew who she was. And now she's super famous, and I honestly haven't listened to her.
Wait, what's her name?
Ella Langley.
I feel like I know that, but
You probably do. I just can't even remember what she writes right now.
That's okay.
Anyways, I was the only one who knew her, and I thought it was like, and then later she became famous, and it didn't even really, like, I didn't even process it until my sister said that, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Look at me.
You knew before it was even cool. Okay, also, Sunita Suni Williams and Barry Butch Wilmore, who were NASA astronauts famous for their extended stay on the International Space Station, due to issues with the Boeing Starliner spacecraft during its first crewed flight in 2024. They were only supposed to be there a couple of days, like a week, and they ended up having to stay 9 months, which is awful. Just knowing so anything about how you have to live, and just to think that your way back to Earth and your family and everything you love could potentially either erupt or not even start in the first place.
That's so scary. I've always been really like profoundly afraid of space.
Facts.
So just hearing this, I'm like, this is such a nightmare.
Yeah, it really is. I think sometimes you look up in the sky and you're like, I'd like to be up there, but then you think about being in an air submarine and you're like, no.
I'm gonna be honest, I try not to think about the sky too hard because I end up having like an existential crisis, and I don't like it.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I went through a phase of some interesting anxieties, and now I'm just like, yeah,
better not to test.
Yeah, better to just keep it with what I can handle. Anyways, we're just gonna transition to another out of touch celebrity moment. I feel very strongly about this. I think Katie does too. When Katy Perry went to space, Katie texted me the other day and she was like, how do you feel about the whole Katy Perry space thing? And I said, I think it was the biggest waste of money and pollution that we had this year.
Genuinely.
Like, I was seeing it like during my co-op, my like the boss always had the news on, and I saw it, and I was.
Did you see the launch? Or did you see the come down to Earth?
I saw the come down to Earth.
Oh, that's so much worse.
Like, weren't they only in the air for like an hour?
Yes, and she's kissing the ground. Like, I can't get over the fact that like these two astronauts have been stranded in space, and they finally come back to Earth, genuinely scared, probably happy to be back, and then Katy Perry is sending herself into the moon for fun, and then coming down and being like, I can write a song, and kissing the Earth like it was the worst journey of her life.
Yeah, there was a couple other people there too, wasn't it? Like,
yeah,
the girl, the lady who's engaged to Jeff Bezos.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
And some other person. I was just like, why? Genuinely, like, what was it for?
She can't even tell you
for
why.
what reason? Like, you just wasted a whole bunch of money that could have gone to anything else. And then also everyone's like, guys, global warming, you need to like be eco-friendly, do all this stuff so the Earth doesn't die. And then they're like, but how about we just send a bunch of famous people to space just for funsies?
Yeah, like I just think that is the amount of flexing that is, to send yourself out of the atmosphere to flex. Forget buying a car or a house. I'm gonna send myself into the stratosphere.
Like, guys, I think
touched grass. She came back and she touched Earth, and it was horrible. Did you see? Wendy's tweeted. They summed it up and they said, "Can we send her back?" Wendy's.
I love that.
Wendy's.
I love Wendy's, and I think I love them even more for that. I just can't. Like, you know, You don't have to go to space to appreciate touching the earth. You can just
Facts.
go outside and do that.
You could buy a Wendy's burger.
You know, she probably should.
She really should.
Been rolling on her money a little too much.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Okay. Also in April, the Minecraft movie was released, hence the beginning of Chicken Jockey.
Oh,
Do you remember hearing about that guy who brought his actual chicken into the theater and like sent it?
I think I do remember
Yeah.
that. I don't know. I feel like I definitely saw someone like a video of someone bringing a chicken in.
Yeah, and then they were like, we need to stage an intervention after that. But
yeah, that was crazy. I just remember all of a sudden I was hearing it like my brother came home one day and started saying it, and I was so confused because I didn't understand what was going on. And it took me like a week to find out that it was from the Minecraft movie.
You just thought it's a fad of his.
It's a fad.
It'll pass.
Some sort of brain rot that he's picked up at school.
The movie starred Jack Black, and I thought it was a pretty good movie. I went and saw it. It was one of the most anticipated video game movies ever due to Minecraft's massive fan base. It was released around the same time and projected to not do quite as well as Disney's Snow White, but that didn't happen. It surpassed Disney's Snow White by quite a lot. Like, they made a lot of money.
I wish people could see my expression when you like hear my expression for the people who aren't watching the video.
Just zoom in, go back and zoom in on Grace's face.
Yeah, I think that's all I need to say about Snow White.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Snow White was bound to tank from the very, very beginning. If you are about to be offended by whatever we're gonna say, sucks to be you, because we're about to bash Snow White. We're about to verbally abuse Snow White. So
and listen, this is nothing personal to anybody. I don't think. At least it's not personal for me,
except Snow White and Rachel Zegler. I think
with all the drama going on around the movie already, she just kind of made it worse.
Yeah, she thought it was her press tour instead of Snow White's press tour.
Yep, I agree. And I'm just like, I have no issues like with most things. You know, if they change like the hair color, the ethnicity, anything about the character, that's fine. It's
really?
Just,
you think it's okay to change their ethnicity?
I think it depends on the situation. Obviously, like, I get why they're doing it because they're trying to make it so not all the princesses are the exact same. And like, it definitely, like I said, it depends on the situation. For Snow White, I was kind of a little confused, but also I kind of get it.
Right.
But my biggest thing was like, I do not care what the character looks like as long as they still embody the character.
And they did not.
And I think the biggest thing that bugged me was how they changed Snow White.
Yeah, they really did. They changed the plot line. But for me, I was kind of offended because I know because Snow White was created based off of a group of people that isn't necessarily well known, which if they're not well known and they're not necessarily well recognized, they're a ding ding minority. And so those people, when they changed Snow White's ethnicity to be Latino, were upset. Obviously. I mean, if I woke up tomorrow and Mulan is the whitest person I've ever seen, I would be mad, because there's culture that goes around that. And I think that Disney kind of thought maybe they just won't notice, but we 1,000% did notice. And the dwarves, like, instead of casting like aspiring young little people, I hope that's politically correct, they just did CGI. And so I feel like they changed something where they didn't need to change something, and they could have included a minority or a less represented group, but instead they decided to just use CGI. So I feel like that was definitely an artistic choice that they made, and I think they suffered for it, and hopefully they learn their lesson in the future.
Yeah, like, I never watched the movie because I just kind of, like, after all the controversy I saw online, I was just like, I don't know if I really want to get involved in this. Like, I think this is really, like, that was really the beginning of the downfall of Disney remakes, because so far they have had, I don't think, too much controversy on some of them. I mean, I think Cinderella was fantastic. I think they did.
Which one was Cinderella?
The live action Cinderella was with the girl from the second Mamma Mia.
Yep, not coming to me, but okay.
Anyways, it was really good. I think that one was really good. Beauty and the Beast was good. I know a lot of people were not happy about the amount of what's it called?
Singing?
The
CGI?
Sorry. It's like why am I forgetting this? Auto-tune. The amount of auto-tune. They thought they used way too much auto-tune on Emma Watson.
Is this like with Dan Stevens
I don't know
and
who that
Emma
is.
Watson? Like that's like the
Beauty and the Beast.
I'm just wondering if they made a new one, honestly.
I don't know.
But okay, I really liked it.
I thought it was good too. I was never part of the controversy because when I was really young when I watched it, so I
Same.
was never like I was not like I don't know 10 listening to it being like that's too much auto tune. I thought it was good. I
Yeah.
think Aladdin was fantastic. It
Yeah,
was
I like that one
so
too.
good. Um,
Mulan. I like Mulan.
Mulan
I
was
actually
very
I haven't
good.
seen all of it, so I
Mhm.
can't. I feel like they tweaked something in the
Yeah,
plot that I couldn't quite remember, but
they did tweak the plot. I know Mulan does not end up with anybody at the end, which I guess kind of makes sense to be honest in the situation.
yeah,
And I think more like historical context would
that's
have
true.
happened. But I thought it was really good.
Yeah. What was the other one? Um,
There was Little Mermaid. I just haven't watched it.
I haven't seen that one either. But does Lilo and Stitch count? No, does not count.
Well, it did come out this year.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't watched it.
so bad. Don't watch it. She's what is it? Ohana means family.
Oh
She's like
yeah,
Ohana means family, and then the sister's like, you can go to the orphanage, and I'm gonna choose my own path. I'm
I
gonna be a
heard
strong,
about
independent
that.
woman.
Yeah, because when we went to Quebec in May, a bunch of people in our group decided to go watch it, but I just went back to the room because I was like,
Oh,
I'm too tired
that's
to walk
good.
all
That's
the way
good.
over, and I also don't want to pay for it. So,
Yeah, fair.
but yeah, that was a great tangent.
That was a
Shall we
great
move
tangent.
on? April was also the month of the Labubu. I hate
I
Labubus.
hate
They're ugly.
Labubus
They are
too.
creepy. I genuinely think they could be demonic. Um, and they can cost anywhere from $20 US to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, why? It's so ugly. It's so creepy. It's like, have you seen that one girl online, that really British lady who goes, I have the one and only 20 karat gold
The
Labubu.
boo boo. I saw it and I was like, that's enough for today.
Yeah. I'm just like, why? Like, people, they're like such a big fad, and I honestly think they're the creepiest things ever. Like, every time I see them, I start like to pray. I'm like,
Facts.
in the name of Jesus,
Yeah, like why do you
protect
have
me.
Satan on your backpack? Satan wrapped in a sheep's cloth or something. It's genuinely horrifying.
I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, I guess I kind of get it. Like, if you think of Furbies, they were pretty creepy too,
Yeah.
and they could talk. I remember mine. If like it was supposed to be like a thing, if you pressed the off button, it would turn off. But mine, I guess they held the off button too long, and it changed the voice to be really deep, and it would just like randomly start talking in the middle of the night. It was so scary. It got to the point where I actually just chucked it in the bin outside.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not doing this
Yeah,
anymore.
Hope has one, and when she came for a sleepover, I was like tucking her in, and then her Furby just like farted, and she's like, "Oh, it does that sometimes," and then it like started glowing. It literally started projecting like disco lights or something.
That's crazy.
And I was like, okay.
I was honestly surprised to see that Furbies were still around. And like, even when I had it, it was more like, because it had been a huge thing when I was young. And then I actually got it like secondhand from my neighbor. And even like already when I had it, it was starting to like decline. But I'm actually really surprised. But like even like the trend around it was starting to decline.
Right.
So I'm surprised there's still a thing now.
I wasn't allowed to get one, but yeah, I was surprised because she's 6. I was like, why would you want a Furby? But anyway.
Okay,
moving
what's
on.
Next? Oh, the Met Gala, 2025 Met Gala. Every year we have the Met Gala. I always have to go through all the outfits and judge it. I remember a couple years ago, it was like we were at school and a whole bunch of us, like some teachers and a bunch of us girls, were just huddled around this one computer judging all the costumes and stuff. So apparently it says here that the what was the theme?
The theme was tailored.
Tailored, yes. Andre 3000 showed up with a grand piano on his back, and a trash bag.
Yep, a trash bag.
That's interesting. I don't remember seeing that.
Because when I was writing it, I was like, "Can I write looks like a trash bag?" And then I like read the caption, and I was like, "Oh, it is a trash bag." Okay.
Oliver Roosting lugged a literal sewing machine, and Madonna puffed a lit cigar. That's very Madonna of her.
It is.
I know. I saw some other ones that were pretty interesting. I feel like I was just very underwhelmed this year.
Facts.
Like, what was? I know there's a bit of background to Tailored, but I can't remember what it was. I genuinely don't even remember.
I can't remember either, but there were definitely some interesting fits.
There were some interesting ones.
Yeah, I like it wasn't never going to be the flashiest Met Gala that there is, but I think I think they could have gone so classic,
I
and
agree.
very few people went classic.
Yeah, like when I was thinking tailored, I was thinking a bit more like, and listen, I know there was a whole backstory to it, a whole reason that it was picked. I genuinely cannot remember it. Um, but I'm thinking like classic, elegant. But
Exactly.
instead, we're seeing really like, can I say this?
Bulky.
Bulky. I was thinking really raunchy. Like they're
Yeah.
people wearing just stuff that's not really covering them, which is like what you wear is what you wear, but like I feel like if the theme is tailored, it should fit you correctly.
Yeah. If you're a dude or a girl, like whatever it
Yeah.
is, I don't understand.
I was
But
just like disappointed. I wanted to see some real elegance here, but
yeah.
yeah.
I said it was giving medieval peddler. And genuinely all the outfits I saw were.
That's interesting. I remember like a couple years ago, not a couple, I think it was the year but like 2024. There like it was like something like a garden theme.
Oh.
And I was so excited because I'm like, yes, all the floors is gonna be so pretty. I think I only saw two outfits I like because everyone was like, yeah, this is garden themed. Let me just wear a full yellow outfit. Like,
I love when celebrities are it's I wonder if this is how it feels to be a
mm-hmm.
teacher. You give an assignment and someone like garden, they're like, I'm gonna dress up as a literal flower. I'm going to wear a flower costume.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's not really. I meant like to look like you're a sane person, not to look like a garden tool.
Yeah, no, it was crazy because I'm like, personally, for me, if I would have gone to the Met Gala, I would have worn like the most beautiful flowery dress I
Yeah.
could find, like, or even it doesn't have to have florals or anything gardeny on it, but it's like, like if you look back at like a lot of like older like Victorian paintings, like what they would have worn to garden parties, like the dresses, the
Mm-hmm.
suits, like I think we should have gone with that, but
Anything else?
continue, I
Anything
guess.
else?
Okay, what have we got for
I think
June?
there's. I don't know if you want to go with that one.
Oh, and apparently, so the Met Gala enforced a strict no phone rule, but some celebrities ignored it. Who was it?
I saw Megan the Stallion.
Oh, I
Did
see,
I
I
ever?
see.
And just a couple other people, because you can't just take a photo. You also have to post it. Because I think that
No, for
was
sure.
also the idea behind it. Is why don't you just take a break and not be on your phone, like not posting, not taking pictures. I don't think they were like, don't check your phone.
Yeah.
But so that was kind of crazy. It just goes to show that people really are kind of out of touch with abiding by
Yeah.
someone's wishes after they've planned the Met Gala.
No, for sure.
But okay, buddy. Okay, moving on. June, we have K-pop Demon Hunters premiered on Netflix, launching a new album of, I'm gonna say it, obnoxious songs to play every single time you're in a retail store. This movie became the most watched movie on Netflix with 325 million views in the first 90 days.
Have you watched it?
Nope.
I have.
Really?
Me and Carissa were hanging out one time. So that's my cousin. Hi, Carissa. How are you? Um, and she was like, I think she was tinseling my hair, so we were gonna be there for a while.
Yeah.
So I just said like, hey, let's watch something. And I'd heard of the movie, so I said, why don't we just try this and see how it is? Because we have like an addiction to watching horrible movies and TV shows. Like we'll go back and watch like TV shows and movies we watched when we were kids because we know it's gonna be bad. It's like a thing that we do. We didn't know what to expect, and I genuinely hated it. Like I genuinely thought it was bad because okay, I cannot stand cringy movies in TV. I just can't do it. Even books, I can't do it. And there was so much secondhand embarrassment. I thought that I would literally die. It was just, and it was genuinely just kind of weird. I'm like, there's no way. Like this is not for kids. It's not.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was kind of marketed as a kids movie but for adults.
Yeah. I didn't like it. Like I know like Hope watched it and so she was singing me all the songs, which was cute.
Yeah.
But then like the things she was saying, I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Why? And I was also like, I don't know. I don't love the idea of her talking about like demons. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey,
no, I know what you mean.
demons, like, oh my gosh, they hunt demons. They hunt demons?
Yeah.
They hunt demons?
Yeah.
Demons are like not something I want to sing about or
like,
joke about.
Whole like depiction of like the demonic underworld and like
as like if you visit the underworld, you will sing.
And basically like the demonic king who's just like fire, which is I guess kind of biblically accurate, but also like not fully. It just says there will be fire in hell.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of weird. I didn't really enjoy it. Like the songs were good, but even like closer to the end of the movie, the songs are literally like this. The songs that the boy band sings is literally about how they are trying to make people so addicted to their songs that they can just eat their souls.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
so that, and it was just yeah.
I really think that movies messaging is just off the charts these days.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that sounded so old, but it's true. I'm genuinely like,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as they're like, I am a woman, I'm like, check me out, and I am a woman.
I just was not impressed. I could not stand it, and everyone's like, "But the songs are so good." I'm like, "Yeah, some of the songs were good, but I'm also a retail worker, so I have to
Facts.
listen to them 30
Yeah.
times every single day." And I still remember, like, I still remember the first time that I heard that song at work. They had changed the radio station. It was just like a random Saturday, probably in like August, and all of a sudden I hear it, and I was with a customer. And I was so taken aback that I almost started to laugh. But I'm like, I can't because the customer's going to think I'm laughing at them.
Right.
So I had to just keep it in. And when they left, I was like, what is going on? And then directly after, they played Moonbeam Ice Cream by Benson Boone. I hated that radio station. I'm so glad they switched it back. But that's crazy. Anyways, July, the last full month of summer, and also the months that the last season of the Summer I Turned Pretty premiered. This season was riddled with memes from Jeremiah's iconic lines like, "Where are you, Belly? I'm gonna marry you, girl." And then the literal invisible ring. Like, what was that? The whole series had just been a roller coaster. I personally watched. Oakley, what are you doing? Sorry, my dog's being very needy. You can let her up. Just keep her on that blanket there because she might have very paws.
Come hither. I know.
She's such a needy girl.
Welcome.
Welcome, Oakley. She's only gonna want to stay for like 2 minutes and then she's gonna leave again. Anyways, I watched every single episode of the new season, and I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest. I did not like it. I watched the first season of The Summer I Turned Pretty with my sister a while after it came out, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was like the first season was pretty good, like a good storyline.
Yeah.
I read the first book. The second season was okay. Like, I liked it, but it still just kind of felt like I could kind of see it starting to go off the rails a little bit.
Yeah.
And I haven't read the books, but my sisters told me about everything that happened in the book, so I can kind of see like the parallels and also the differences. The last season, I just feel like it was so off from how it was supposed to be that it basically wasn't even connected to the book anymore.
It wasn't. I've read the books.
Mm-hmm.
It like you said, it was literally exactly like you said.
Yeah, and it was just like there was so much sexual content. I was skipping all the time.
Yeah.
And it was just getting annoying, and honestly, I just found everyone insufferable in that season. It was honestly just difficult to watch with how it was. I hated the last episode. I think it was so dumb. First of all, disrespectful that you are gallivanting all over Paris on each other. I think that's gross.
I have never seen this, so everything you're saying is new to me.
Yeah.
And I'm scared.
It was horrible. And that was like, yeah. And first of all, I just think that's so disrespectful. Second of all, unrealistic. I don't think your taxi driver is going to let you do that. And then also, like, all of that just for her to be like, actually, so I don't think I want to be with you.
Is this Conrad or Jeremiah?
Conrad. And then Belly was like, I don't know, like, that was fun and all, but like, why do we have to actually be together? Like, what? He leaves, and she follows like 2 minutes later and is somehow 10 minutes behind him, running on the train, doing all the Conrad stuff in public. And I'm like, that's so embarrassing. I genuinely hated it. I thought it was really bad. So,
duly noted. Now I know I don't need to watch the third season. Yeah, I'm bad. Set. Okay. Speaking of love, July was when the infamous Coldplay Kiss Cam went viral.
Oh, I loved that.
When the cameras panned to the couple. This is in case you haven't seen it. I'm sure you have all seen it, but when the cameras panned to the couple during the concert, they ducked out of view, and Coldplay's lead singer Chris Martin commented that they're either really shy or they're having an affair. I'm not sure if he was trying to just like lighten the moment, because like low-key I could see myself saying that. Mm-hmm. Probably not assuming that they're having an affair. Maybe they were siblings, or maybe they just didn't want to be on camera. But no, he was having an affair.
I don't think they were siblings because they were caught kissing.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think.
They were
Or
holding each
like
other
around
very.
each other.
They were like
Very
holding. It was like
in a way that
Titanic.
siblings shouldn't.
Facts. Fact. The couple was indeed having an affair, and the fallout from this viral clip led to CEO Andy Byron's resignation. Although the public statements released say that she and him were just friends.
I call it cap.
If you've seen the clip, look it up. If you haven't, we would show any of these moments here, but we don't want to get copyright striked.
Yes.
So they're not just, you don't hold your friends like that. You don't
Yeah,
hold your
that was
friends
just
like
like
that.
this is just like goes to show like don't cheat on people. It's not
Facts.
cool because you know you're gonna get found out somehow. I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
Why would you go to a concert? Or
And
like
like
wear a wig? I don't know.
or
Do
my
something.
thing especially was like they went with a group of coworkers. There were other coworkers there who likely would have talked.
Yeah, and again, I just think the worst part of this is like he was married and he had two like pretty young sons. Like that's, I think, the trauma of your parents divorcing or separating, or knowing that one of your parents even allegedly had an affair or is whatever cuddling with his coworker. That's gross, weird, whatever. And you're setting that example for them. But then on top of it, to be one of the most viral moments of the year, like those poor kids, I just feel really bad for them. I think I obviously, you almost wish that it didn't have to happen. So I think, I really hope he feels guilt, not just for doing that, but also for what he has done to hopefully his relationship with his sons, because that's
and then especially like growing up, like even though it's nothing you did, you're still gonna like grow up with your father's infidelity hanging over your head.
yeah.
And that's like a horrible thing because then people like even relationships, like I know for myself, if I knew someone who had a parent who cheated very openly, I would definitely be like skeptical of the person. And you know, that's not right, but it's still gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it's not good. Don't cheat, guys. Just don't. Just be faithful to your partner. On a more global scale, July was filled with ongoing tariff conflicts and negotiations between US and other countries. This led to major shifts in the global market. And also, speaking of the economy, July was the first time that Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry were photographed on a date.
I still can't believe they're dating.
I heard somewhere that they broke up, but I'm not sure if that's true.
I don't doubt that, but I can't believe she divorced Orlando Bloom, and I can't believe she divorced Orlando Bloom.
That's crazy.
After they had they just had a kid like 5 years ago, and then she got with Justin Trudeau in the same year.
That's crazy to me too, because then also like just all the stuff that was going on too. I was just like, this is not the greatest time to be doing this.
It's a horrible time to be doing this, and I just I can't. I genuinely can't even. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Just like I would never have thought that this is what we're doing.
Nope.
Like when I opened my phone that fateful day, I never thought, oh, I'm gonna see Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry on a date.
Facts.
That never crossed my mind.
Yep. If you had given me 7 options, one of them being Katy Perry has landed on the moon, I might actually choose that one before I chose Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry are now dating.
That's just, it's also crazy because like thinking of like, if you think of the difference, like I would never think of Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau as
what do you
somebody.
talk about? Your past divorces? Like, is that the only thing you have in common?
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just like, it kind of low-key
your bad decisions.
it low-key, like they kind of give siblings are dating to me.
Facts, they do. They literally
like,
do.
They kind of look similar, in my opinion.
They do.
But you know what? It's whatever.
We ball regardless.
On a more positive note, INEGI reported in August that around 13 million Mexicans have been lifted out of poverty since 2018, and the World Bank has estimated that 34 million Bangladeshi people have been brought out of poverty between 2010 and 2022.
I think that's really good. Just the as we can see, just poverty beginning to hopefully shift throughout the world. Hopefully some of the UN policies are actually happening, and I think that's just a good thing to include, because it's I think sometimes we get in this mindset of like what happens outside of North America doesn't always matter, but it's good to see, because we hear a lot of bad stuff and a lot of people being like, no one has any food, everyone is hungry, but to see that things are changing on a bigger scale than just 7 families were able to whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm really
Yeah.
happy about that.
And I feel like it can also be really daunting when it comes to like big scale issues like this, like homelessness or world hunger. Like you think like, what am I supposed to do about this?
Mm-hmm.
I can't help every single person. But I still that doesn't mean you can't help one person.
Yeah.
Like or even just like that you can put your money towards someone who can help, or like, you know, be involved in like movements that are just getting people to be heard by
Yeah.
others. Like I think that's really important as well.
Definitely. Okay, hard pivot, but the fictional group from K-pop Demon Hunters hit #1 on the US Billboard's Hot 100 with the song Golden, marking a viral animated music moment. Honestly, it does feel fitting that somehow a fictional music group and clearly auto-tuned song is somehow surpassing people who sing while playing the piano and sing in Mexican. Like I just think
in Mexican, did you
no.
say?
This is one of those things.
What you mean?
Dang it! I always say this. This is like the named me a horned animal, donkey. Do you remember I said that once? Yes. So please forgive me. This counts for the next time that someone asks me if I speak Asian. I won't get mad at them because I'll know. Okay, sorry, my bad. I'm singing in Spanish. But I just found that crazy.
I'm just like, it really shows how much people are having trouble with reality these days.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I am the same way. If you look through my Pinterest, you would be quite concerned probably at how many Six of Crows memes I have on there, but
Same.
you know, I do what I have to do to survive.
Facts.
Okay. But no, that's just crazy. I mean, yeah, I don't even know what else to say about that. Also on the topic of music artists, Taylor Swift got engaged to Travis Kelce. They announced it via an Instagram post captioned, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." I think that's really cringy, personally.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's fine. What am I gonna do about it? I genuinely was like, that is not a couple I would have thought of when I think of, like, I've never been super into Taylor Swift. I don't know her whole history, but like just hearing of some other people she dated, that's not who I would never have thought they would have got together.
Yeah.
But it's also so just on brand. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like the American couple, one's a singer, one's a football player, like I'm sure there, like, I know there's a book coming out about basically that, and I'm sure there are 1,000 more that were written before this, because that is just such a big trope, I guess, in the States.
Yeah, and then here it's like the hockey player and the figure skater.
Yeah.
Hockey player and the... What do girls do here? What do we do? Do we dance?
Sometimes.
What do we do? Sometimes.
Yeah,
but it's... I really... I don't know. I felt really fake, and it's felt fake this whole time. But I could be wrong. Who am I to stand in the way of true love?
I feel like, to be fair, I don't even really think of Taylor Swift as real anymore because of just how much fame she has. It just seems like she's like a myth.
Yeah. Like if I saw her, I'd be like, oh, I'm hallucinating.
Yeah, exactly. There are certain people, if I saw them in public, I genuinely would not know how to react.
Facts. I'd be like, oh. Wow.
Okay, give me a person. Who am I seeing in public?
Freddie Carter. If you see Freddie and Carter in public,
I think I might just watch him walk by and then be like, dang, that was crazy.
Yeah, I think because I always picture myself in the airport. Also, you know, when you discover a new celebrity who looks so completely average that you're like, I might have seen them. Yes. Honestly, no, I know, especially because I've spent a fair amount of time in airports. So the amount of times that I've seen people who look like the classic dress celebrity, like they're growing a beard, they're looking a little bit like, please no one assault me. They got like the ball cap, really nice clothes still, and you're just like, I feel like you're famous. But I genuinely think like if I saw someone, I would just be like,
no, I feel like, because I'm not a very outgoing person. I'm not the kind of person to just go introduce myself. Like, I wish I was. That would be fantastic. Right. I would love that, but I'm not. Like, and especially if I saw like a celebrity, I just feel like it's such a strange concept that I know stuff about this person and they don't even know that I exist. Like, I feel like I have that for a lot of people, even not just celebrities, but just like people I hear about from like word of mouth that live here. There's so many people that I'll talk about and be like, oh, you know them? I'm like, no, I don't know them. but I know of them.
Exactly.
And
It's
they do
so
not
true.
know me.
It's
Like,
so true. And or when you meet them and you're like, "Hi," and they're like, you're like, "I haven't heard about you." No,
yeah,
that's
no,
weird.
exactly.
I just know your name.
But yeah, no, it's crazy. I think I would like, and also I feel like I'm like the worst again when it comes to like doing things that give like embarrass me or give me secondhand embarrassment. If I like, I would not be the kind of person to pull out my phone or take a picture. I would just
I would do it like I would do it so sneakily. I'd be
like George Russell. Did you hear about that one? I think it was George Russell said that he like saw someone famous. I think maybe it was like Brad Pitt or someone when he was really young. So he like pulled out his phone and pretended to be taking a phone
I love it. But
call.
you have to hold it because I like if you go like that and you like snap, but you move it too fast, you just get
Yeah,
a terrible picture, and then
exactly.
you're like, "Dang it, it's not Brad Pitt."
That's so
But
funny. But
I
no, I've seen people before where I like genuinely was like, because I have seen so many like just with I watch so much racing and I see so many race car drivers that look so average, and then I'll see
yeah,
people and be like, "Oh my gosh, is that the guy?" But then I'm like, "This is Canada.
mm-hmm.
They're from Latvia. They would not be here."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's just yeah.
I also think to if you actually talk to them, your perception of them is going to be so ruined.
No, for
I would
sure,
literally rather think that he is just a fictional person.
exactly. Because also like people can seem so nice, but like you never know what fame actually does to them. Like some
Yeah,
people genuinely stay good people, but
but
like other
few, very
people,
few.
yeah, true. It's so true. Shall we move on?
Yeah. Is this? Oh, this is perfect. Okay, September. This is another bit of a hard pivot.
Mm-hmm.
September, the month that both your favorite podcasters were born in.
Happy
Just
birthday to us.
yes, just a
How
couple days
many days
apart.
apart are we?
3, right?
Three. We're 3 days
Are
apart. Born
you?
3 days apart. Yeah, because I'm on the 8th and you're on the
Yeah,
5th.
exactly. So
That's so
I'm 3
cool.
days older than you. Oh
Oh
my gosh,
damn,
that whole 3 days of
younger.
wisdom.
That's probably why you're in philosophy and I'm not.
Yeah. Okay, a couple days apart. Again, hard pivot. On the 10th, Charlie Kirk was tragically murdered while speaking at a university in Utah. I remember we were camping. We were doing
Yeah.
grade 12 camping, and yeah, I just couldn't believe it because at first we heard he was shot, and then we heard that he was killed, and it was like it was just really tragic because the first thing I saw when I opened my phone, just like open Instagram, was literally just a video of him getting his head blown off. Before it kind of, I think after about like a week, a lot of them had been taken down, thankfully, because no one
Mm-hmm.
deserves to have that out there. But yeah, I think it was a really good chance for us to kind of pause and reflect on kind of where we're at in terms of like our ability to relate to other people even if they have views that are drastically different than us. Like I remember seeing Dean Withers, who is definitely one of his strongest opponents, and like they debated very heatedly on a lot of subjects, but him coming onto a podcast a couple days later and just crying saying like this guy had two really little kids who were there when he was killed, and just to like I think his son is one, maybe a little bit younger, but just to have your father killed is just so sad. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a really good chance for us to hopefully unite. I think a lot of people didn't, but in the same way, just to unite and say like whether you're on the left or the right or you're in the middle, I would
Mm-hmm.
never want to see anyone murdered like that
No, for
or
sure.
killed. I don't think someone should be killed even if their political beliefs or their beliefs in general are opposite to mine. I think
Mm-hmm.
that no one should be killed for just stating their
I
opinion.
agree, and I feel like it just shows how much we have lost the art of disagreement.
Facts.
Like these days, to disagree is to be in danger. But like if you think back to like the Greeks, the Romans, like they had like the philosophers would stand on the street and debate each other all day
Mm-hmm.
because that is just how they learned. That is how they educated each other. That's how they figured things out.
They
And
did
these
also
days,
kill each other
true, but like
though.
I'm using the good parts, okay? Listen, there's bad parts of every society, but like I just feel like it's so rare now these days to find people who can disagree with each other respectfully. Like there is
Yeah.
nothing inherently disrespectful about disagreeing with each other.
Yeah,
It is simply having two different points of views, but we have lost the art of being able to respectfully disagree with each other, and I think that's something we really need to bring back.
definitely. Absolutely. So, yeah.
On another sad note, September 11th, 2025 marked the 24th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. September is just
Yeah.
it's a rough month in general. I feel like this year just was a lot harder. So let's
Yeah.
move, let's try to,
Right into October.
yes, right into October. A small asteroid became the second closest asteroid approach on record. Something like this really makes you remember how close to disaster we always are. What a fun thought, you
Right?
know?
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you have to think about the
No,
sky.
it's so fun. No, that's just like, wow, all the things right back to back. But no, there was a lot of things like weather events that, I don't know if that counts as weather, but like, events like that this year,
The
I think.
stratosphere.
Yes, the stratosphere, the sky, so I don't look at it.
Yeah. Grace when she goes outside. Look at that sunset. No.
The
um
colors look too scary.
what does it mean?
Oh no! So many
Also,
people on the
in
book.
the category of mass destruction, Hurricane Melissa slammed into Jamaica as a Category 5 storm on October 28th. It was one of the strongest hurricanes to directly hit this island in over a century. 45 people lost their lives, and this disaster cost Jamaica 8.8 billion. And I did some math, and I'm gonna nerd out for a second here.
Okay, go ahead.
Cost Jamaica $8.8 billion, which is roughly 41% of their GDP. In contrast to this, the state of Connecticut in the US is roughly the same size as Jamaica. And its GDP is around $372.7 billion, which what equaled 41% of Jamaica's GDP, the whole country of Jamaica, actually only equaled 2.6% of Connecticut's GDP, wow, which is crazy. So the damages, because to lose 41% of your GDP is just like detrimental to your whole country, especially in the wake of that. So just like to compare, Connecticut, 2.36%, obviously that's so much money, but to contrast that, like that could throw them into turmoil. And I just think that that's really crazy to think about. And I think that that just goes to show how like precarious that is, especially for them. Like I think again, the US is more, and obviously there's other factors that go into this. It's not just money, it's people, it's economy, it's what they produce. But I just thought I just wanted to make that comparison because I like it just blew my mind.
I know in Spain there was also a weather event. They have this whole term for it, something about like an atmospheric weather something. I'm not fully sure, but basically I believe what happened is I think it had something to do with the mountains and something about like melting snow. I can't even remember what exactly happened, but there was I believe a flash flood that killed 6 people.
Oh wow.
In Spain. So there was a really big issue with that, especially because the weather alert systems weren't working.
Oh.
So that was the reason that many people were injured or like were misplaced and lost their lives.
Yeah.
So that was a really big tragedy. I think that happened around September or October of that year. So that was another one. But on a more interesting note, sorry, not that that's interesting, but a more light note, a man in Germany tried to marry an AI hologram. Chris Smith, a man who has a wife and a young son, proposed to an AI chatbot.
Yeah.
What?
The great thing about the story is he started out being super apprehensive to AI, and then someone was like, "No, man, you should use it." And then he connected with a chatbot named Soul, and he was like, after a while, he's like, "She remembers all these things about me and blah blah blah." And he kind of proposed, and she was like, "Ooh." And then he like fully proposed. And I love in the article I read, the wife was like, "I just wondered what I did wrong."
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't think it's you. I don't think
no.
I don't think like usually you don't hear, "I just wasn't feeling fulfilled in my marriage, so I went to a chatbot."
Yeah.
Like it's not your fault. So if somehow if you're hearing this, it is not your fault if your boyfriend, your husband, or anyone you love goes to a chatbot.
Yeah. I heard a similar story actually when I was doing my co-op in May. Some guy in, I can't remember if it was the States or if it was, no, I think it was the States, yeah. He had 2 girlfriends, and one of them was a chatbot, and his girlfriend was apparently okay with him having a chatbot girlfriend. And I'm just like, why? If you have a real girlfriend, why do you need a chatbot to leave it? Okay, listen, I'm not for the chatbot girlfriends, but leave it for the single people at least.
Facts.
To practice or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But like, and from what I know about guys, my limited scope is, why on earth would you want two people who you have to talk to?
Exactly.
Why, like, why would you want 2 people who are asking you to express your feelings?
I
I
just,
don't know.
I just, the idea of talking to an AI chatbot creeps me out, and also I'm just like, why? I can just talk to somebody else. Like if I
Yeah.
send, like my favorite thing I think they've come out with this year is like the sticker feature on the Apple iPhone.
Oh yeah.
So now you can like turn pictures into stickers, and I like haunting Pinterest for memes that I
Oh,
can turn
you
into
are.
stickers. I send my sister a picture, like a sticker of the Darkling every single day, and we call it the Daily Darkling,
That's
and it's
awesome.
my
I
favorite
love
thing.
that.
But it's not just the Darkling. I would show you, but this is my phone. It's like for anyone who's watched the Shadow and Bone series on Netflix, it's a picture of the Darkling, but it's like his face on a duck, and they drew like a little black kefta on the duck,
I
so it's
love it.
technically the duckling.
It's
It's
so
so
good.
funny.
It's so good.
And then there's also like the pinkling, so it's like the darkling, but they made his kefta pink. Anyways, it's my favorite thing. So that's completely off track, but I think we should be doing that instead of AI chatbots, because AI chatbots are not going to understand the daily darkling sticker.
Facts.
Another one. A couple in British Columbia had their wedding reception at the Costco food court, saying they chose this location because of their shared love of the warehouse. You know what? I love that.
Yeah,
I love Costco
I was
pizza.
kind of into it. So originally, I saw that there was someone who got married in Costco, and I was like, "What?" And so I googled it, and this couple just had the reception. But then I got down a rabbit hole, and there are people who have gotten married in Costco,
I love that.
and I thought, "What?"
Right next to the free samples.
I guess so. But well, here's what I'm wondering: when? Because I don't think if you go up to the desk and you're like, "I want to get married here," they're like, "Perfect. We're gonna clear everybody out." Right? Like, do you just like, are you like, you go right at 9? But Costco is always busy.
Well, here's my thing. I think it was like not like an actual wedding. They just got married. Like they brought the priest there with them and
Oh, I
got married
see.
in a Costco aisle.
Oh, that would suck. I would hate that.
Hey, you're walking down an
Oh my
aisle.
goodness. I'd have to really love him. I would have to really love him if he's like, "Babe, I need you to I need you to marry me in Costco."
I feel like I would hate it just because of all the people around me. But if there was like, if it was like, if I just like disregarded my fact that I hate doing weird stuff in public, I would. I think I might get married at
But you think
Costco.
you would get over that? Like in the moment that is meant to be all about you, do you think that that would be you'd be able to? I'm not like me. I'm genuinely thinking
Mhm.
about that for me too. But
I think I would be able to. I'm just the kind of person like if it's with the right person, like I feel like to get married at Costco with something, there has to be something there, like some sort
yeah,
of inside joke, some sort of something. I feel like honestly, I if there was something behind that, like we had some shared love of Costco and he promised to buy me Costco pizza forever, then like yeah, I'll get married. I
fair.
could get over it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
just like save for the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Have a honeymoon in Walmart.
Yeah.
Watch one of us get married in Costco. Watch one of us get married in
Hey,
Costco.
if one of us get married in Costco, we will film it and post it for you.
Absolutely. Okay, I think we can move on to December.
Yeah.
December is definitely one of those months where people all over social media start getting so sentimental. I did my best to opt out of all of it this year. I didn't post a year in a recap or anything super deep except
Hmm.
for that one reel of me going down the slide on the toboggan, but
That was
that's
super deep and heartfelt.
wasn't it?
It
Wasn't
was
it?
really, it
But
really was.
yeah, it was definitely. I'm now here's me getting sentimental. Even I'll be quick, I promise. It was definitely a year that I had a lot of growth, and it was a lot of there were a lot of hard things this year.
Mm-hmm.
Not this year, last year, this year,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. I didn't really want to post about it because it just feels like I would be doing it for the wrong motivations. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think anyone in my life who I really want to talk to and who cares, I can tell this to, and or has been there. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's. I don't know. As much as I want to be honest, I think it's like I don't think it's the place. And I think again, I don't want to put my worth on likes. And not that that is. This is just for me personally what
Yeah,
I
for
decided to
sure.
do because it's not fair to be like, "Oh, look who didn't like this. Oh, that was literally like me putting my heart on the line. This is my whole year. How could you have seen that and not liked it?" Or like, "Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
only got 30 likes or whatever." So I just decided, you know what? I'm going to skip it this month. And I honestly stayed off of social media a lot during December just because
Yeah.
it was a hard year. I mean,
Yeah.
for me, there were a lot of big changes, like my brother getting married, and I am so happy for him. And that was definitely one of the highlights of my year. But also, him moving to a different continent was unbelievably difficult. And like Christmas wasn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily the same. So
Yeah,
just
for
kind
sure.
of protecting my peace.
Yeah. Gotta protect peace. No,
Right?
that's awesome. I totally I get where you're coming from. I definitely wouldn't say this year was easy, but coming off of a couple really, really rough years, this definitely
Right.
was looking up for me. So,
Yeah.
it was, I honestly was just really happy to have a break. Like, November and December really kicked me in the pants.
Same.
With the amount, like, this is probably the heaviest semester I've ever had in my entire life. Because I'm in biology, like university biology. I'm in university English, history. I'm in so many classes I can't even remember all of them, and like they're all giving me so much work. And then somebody broke my crock pot. I don't know who it was, but
we have our suspicions.
We have our suspicions. No, it's really not that deep with that. I was just super mad because it was we had this whole like museum thing we had to do. And I had stayed for the first two, even when I hadn't had to stay for the first one, but there was a bit of miscommunication, so I was there anyways. I had prepared all this in advance. I'd worked really, really hard on it. And I had to go back for the last hour that it was being presented because I had class. And I had been like trying to like find someone who could bring my stuff back for me because I didn't want to drive all the way over there because I was low on gas. I didn't have very much time, but nobody answered. So I went there and everybody was gone. So I went to go look for it and it was just sitting there shattered. And that was just like, I wasn't even mad that it was broken. I was just like, I went all the way there for nothing. Yeah. And then my dad said I couldn't bring any more of our pots or pans or food cooking items to school.
That's fair.
Anyways, that's my little tangent. Honestly, it's not that deep. I was just like, why did nobody tell me? If they told me, I wouldn't have cared. But I had to drive all the way there to go get it. And then this sat in our trunk.
Shatter a crock pot, though?
I genuinely don't know.
I don't know if the table tipped over. Because, again, I think in any instance where I can think of a crock pot breaking wouldn't be your fault. Like, if I was there and, like you're moving the table or whatever and then crockpot slips off, I would just be like, hey, sorry, we had to move the table, the wind was blowing and it like blew the table and then the crockpot fell off. Like and then again, like you're not gonna freak out again. But if it's like, and then I picked up the crock pot and bashed it on the side of the train car.
Exactly. I don't even care to know who did it. I just would have really appreciated it if I didn't drive all the way there to pick up a broken crock pot. Like if someone had just told me, I'd be like, that's totally fine. It's super old, just throw it out. But I drove all the way over there and I was kind of already having a crisis that day. So that didn't really
I feel like a lot of us were having a crisis.
We were all having a crisis that day. That day was not a great day.
It was not a great day.
It was not great.
But it wasn't a horrible day either.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was okay.
Speaking of which, tangent. I started like journaling through like mapping out through boxes. Have you seen that? Like square lined paper. Have you ever seen that? And then they do like day by day, you write down a little like daily memory, and then I do like my mood.
That's interesting.
And like marking goals kind of just as a way to stay like consistent in what I'm doing.
Kind of like a bullet journal?
Exactly. Yeah. I'll show you sometime, but it's super cool.
That is so cool.
And it's weird because I always thought I had more bad days than I did. But like in marking, I mark it in green if it's good, orange if it's bad, blue if I'm just like a little bit sad.
Yeah.
And like I think I have like 3 or 4 bad days a month.
That's awesome.
Which is genuinely kind of amazing because you always think you have more bad days, but then when you genuinely sit down and think about, was it a good day or was it a bad day?
For sure.
Most of the time it's a good day.
I feel like also because in like this generation, a lot of people like will be like a hard day equals a bad day when just because a day is hard doesn't mean it's necessarily bad.
That's it. That's it. I think I always mistook a hard day for a bad day, but in sitting down and genuinely thinking about it, I was just, it's a good day.
No, for sure. That's awesome. I think I should try doing that too. I journal sometimes, but usually only when I have a bad day, and then I have to be like, dear diary, I had the worst day of my life.
Facts. That's why I like the squares, because it's literally like one thing, and it's not like I write 7 paragraphs, because I can't. I've tried. Like I think every single girl has been like, oh yeah, look at my nice new 2026 journal, and then like 3 days in, they're like,
or like
forget it.
I just have like such a huge collection of journals that are all like half used, and they're like half of it is just like lists and random stuff.
Same.
Or like people's names for some reason, and then like half of it is like, I am having an existential crisis and also I am 12. Like,
same.
I found one of my journals this year when I was cleaning up my desk. I found a bunch of stuff behind the drawers. I found even some legal papers from the people who owned the desk before I did.
Wow.
Not like super important papers. I just like threw them out, but like anyways, I found my journal from when I was in grade 5, so when I was 10, and it was like I was talking like I had so much to worry about. I didn't. I really did not. I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm like,
school's so hard. I found books of mine where I'm in grade 4. I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed with school. And I'm like, I want to slap you.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, if I could, like, find myself at that age and just shake some sense into her, I
Facts.
would.
And be like, don't even worry about it. Don't hand it in.
Just don't. Like,
Don't.
what are you gonna do? It's middle school.
Yeah.
They're gonna just let
Literally.
you do it. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, should we talk about the top rated movies of 2025?
Yeah, definitely. You want to go for
Sure. So, the top, I will name them, and then Katie can go over just kind of like what they were good for. So, the top rated movies of 2025 were One Battle After Another, Sinners, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Diablo.
So I've only seen one of those. I saw Hamnet and I really liked it. It had Paul Mescal in it and he absolutely crushed it. And I think it had I'm gonna fumble so bad and someone's gonna be absolutely mad at me. But I feel like it had Emily Blunt in it. I could be wrong. I feel like I'm
I haven't
wrong.
watched it, so.
Okay, but it was about like the story of how Shakespeare wrote Hamlet and his son dies and I cried and then I cried again later. It was crazy. But I haven't heard of the other ones. I did hear that there were definitely some movies this year that were kind of just like Oscar bait, like they were just kind of not even that good, but they had a good cast and the script was fine. But that's what I hate now is there's so many movies that it's like
for sure
just are so incredibly mid if you actually think about their impact.
No, exactly. I know completely what you mean. I saw a couple movies this year. I didn't see a ton. I saw, okay, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I saw the F1 movie and I also saw the new Superman movie. And don't get me wrong, they were good movies. But again, like Katie said, like it seems like it's going to be so good. Like it has this star-studded cast. And when you watch it, it's actually just kind of like mid. Like it didn't really grab my attention. Like the F1 movie, I think I liked it a little less specifically just because I am a huge F1 fan and I know like when I become a fan of something, it's not just like, oh, I like it. I go full like obsession mode. I have to know everything about it. So I know a lot about the mechanics behind it, a lot about the rules, a lot about like basically everything, like the tracks, the drivers, everything.
Yeah.
And it was so incredibly inaccurate. Like I knew it was going to have inaccuracies, but it just got me how they were sacrificing like basically like some of the rules that keep F1 a fair sport for the plot.
Right.
And one of the biggest things that bugged me was the whole romance between the driver engineer and Brad Pitt. I'm not a huge fan of Brad Pitt.
I don't like Brad Pitt.
But just the whole like everything around that, it's just I know it frustrated me, it frustrated a lot of female F1 fans, it frustrated a lot of women who work in F1 because they work so hard for their reputation. Because like obviously like in a man's world you have to be twice as good to get a job like that. So they work so hard for their reputation just to be basically made fun of in this movie. And it just felt very demeaning to women in the sport. Like I know they were trying to like represent, but it honestly just felt kind of like the opposite. In all, I didn't think it was a great movie. I think they could have done a lot better with it. And yeah, I was just okay. I have to mention this because I have not gotten over this. There are like what Brad Pitt did in the movie, what his character did. You would not stay in the sport acting like that because basically what he did is like every single race he was getting into crashes, he was making illegal moves, and he was going against orders. First of all, if you go against orders enough times at a team, they're not going to keep you. It doesn't matter how desperate the team is; they are going to fire you for somebody else. It is not hard to find another driver in mid-season because they have reserves.
Yeah.
Second of all, if you are constantly putting other people in danger, not only are you going to get penalties, but eventually you will get a race ban. If you are continuing to be a dangerous driver, they're not just going to let you on. You're going to get penalties. You're going to get a race ban. They might ban you from the sport if they have to. It has happened before.
Really?
Yeah. So basically, there was a driver. I'm trying to remember who it was, but I can't remember. Basically, what happened is he had been, I can't remember if he was told by his team or he just decided to because he knew he was going to lose. He just crashed into a driver on purpose and he got banned.
Yeah, I feel like that totally makes sense because you're driving so fast.
Exactly.
You're driving like a human airplane.
It is extremely dangerous, and the things the way he was driving was extremely dangerous. If he would have done any of that, he would have gotten a race ban for sure, at least one, if not banned from the whole circuit. And thirdly, the whole ending is based on the fact that he leaves. And he's not going to do the last race. And then the morning of the race, he comes back and he's like, I'm going to do it.
That would never happen. This bugs me
because you cannot race without qualifying. If you do not qualify, you do not race.
Yeah.
And they're just like, no, it's fine. He can do it. And like, I get it. It's a movie. Things are going to be fake. But I'm just like, that is such a big piece. You can't just do it because like, oh yeah, he can just turn back. He can just do a pit lane start. No, that's not how it works. he does not race if he does not qualify.
Yeah.
And that just, the whole movie pissed me off because it was just freaking dumb. I hated it. It was so bad. Anyways.
Yeah, I saw it too. I had barely known anything about F1, and
Mhm.
I was just coming off of spending a month at Muskoka Woods and not seeing another human soul. So basically, any kind of exposure I had to the real world
Yeah.
was nice. I hadn't seen a TV
Mhm.
in Lord knows how long, but it was amazing from what I saw. But
Mhm.
I also
Like,
have no knowledge of the
no,
sport, so I was
it's
like, so
yeah.
cool. They're so fast.
Here's what I'll say: it's a good movie in a movie sense, but
Yeah.
just as someone who's very passionate about the sport, I was very disappointed. However, I
Yeah.
did love the Total Wolf cameo. That was really good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Mhm.
Moving on to some of the lowest rated movies of this year: War of the Worlds, Snow White, Borderlands, Joker, False Adieu, Madame Web, Megapolis, Megalopolis, Reagan, Ballerina, and Captain America: A Brave New World. I have seen one of these. I
Which
didn't even know
one?
they made a new Captain America.
I heard about it, but I didn't go see it. I
I
haven't
think
seen any of these.
this is just goes to show, if you don't realize that a new Marvel movie is coming out, especially with such a big name like Captain America,
Mhm.
it can't possibly be good.
Yep, I kind of gave up on Marvel after the newest Thor movie. I just
Yeah.
didn't like the direction it was going. It felt like everything was just getting like, it was just so far from where we started,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't take it anymore.
I gave up after Endgame, and then the new Thor movie came out. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, maybe it's good, and it
Mhm.
was just, it was barely mid.
Mhm.
It was barely. It wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't
wasn't
even
like
mid. But I did see Ballerina. I think it's referring to
Oh.
John Wick. Ballerina. I really liked it.
Mm.
I really liked it. I was into it. I
Sounds
think Keanu
good.
Reeves is such a good actor. The couple next to me was also really into it, but I think they were way more into each other. Worst experience of my life. I was like, you know, other people have ears, right?
No, that's horrible. That's why I always like, yeah, when I try to get tickets, I get it as far away from people as I can.
Facts. I was like kind of like looking over my dad, like, save me, but I don't know. They were sitting like a couple seats away from me, and I could tell exactly what was going on. I can only imagine what the people in front of them were thinking, because there were people directly in front of them. I am scarred. Like, when we walked out of that movie, I was like, I don't want to see what you look like in the light of day.
No, for sure. My thing was just like, why would you pay to go see a movie if all you're gonna do is make out? You can do that at home. You can do that in your car.
Please do that at home.
Do it at Walmart anywhere. For all I care. Just like not legit. There.
Like, and I just think I'm still at that age where I'm like, I am a child, bro. Like, I didn't mean to pull the child card, but I mean, there was definitely a kid sitting in front of them. Which I don't know why you're bringing your 7-year-old to John Wick Ballerina, but hey, now they're gonna be double scarred because of what Jan and Felipe back there doing. Like, genuine. I was like, are they? And I was like, oh, they are. And I was like, how are they? And then I think I genuinely, like, it was awful.
Yeah, I just feel like that's also just disrespectful for the people who are trying to come watch the movie.
Which was me.
Like, if you're just gonna make out, go do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Anywhere else, but not where it's like the people who go to a concert but don't actually listen to the music and say they hate the artists.
Yeah.
Like, we see you, YN. That's you. Like,
yeah,
I hate that. Like, don't. I'm just stop. Stop going to places that other people want to be if you don't want to be there.
Exactly. It's like, I remember being a kid and I had one friend and we were on the trampoline and she was sitting there and I started jumping. And she's like, stop it. And her older sister was like, Katie, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, it's a trampoline. I'm meant to jump on it.
Exactly. Like, don't be on the trampoline if you're not going to jump.
Facts. Rules of life. We ball regardless. Don't get on a trampoline unless you want to jump.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Get off the trampoline. You're cramping my style.
Facts. All right. Well, that's the end of our list. We made it through 2025 unscathed.
Mostly.
Do you even remember your New Year's resolutions from January?
I didn't make any resolutions. I usually don't.
Me neither. Same.
Because I'm just like, why? I'll make goals at other times.
Exactly.
Like, I joined the gym in October of the year before, so like, what's the point of making a New Year's resolution?
Yeah. Yeah. But we've got it.
I think we've got it.
We've got it. We've got 2026 in the bag, drowning in schoolwork.
Yeah.
Both of us have an exam tomorrow.
And like, I think we both have five exams. I have 5 exams.
You have 5 exams?
I do have 5 exams.
I have 2.
Oh, wow. I'm so jealous. Because we have 2 in-class exams, and then I have 3 exams during
the exam. We have 2 in-class exams?
Yeah, because families is 2.
Oh, yeah. No, then I have 4.
Yes. So we have lots of exams. We have lots of homework. I think last week and this week every single night I've gotten home from school and worked on homework till at least 10.
Oh.
But we ball
We ball
regardless.
regardless. Yeah.
Okay. Well, have a great week, everyone. We are
Yes.
back on track. We will get a new episode to you every Thursday, unless we have technical difficulties. And for that, I do apologize. I promise. I
We'll
try
get
my
that.
best.
Maybe there's a double episode this week. But
Yeah,
also,
maybe.
let us know if you like this unedited. We're currently at an hour and 15 minutes. So if you like listening to us yap for an hour and 15 minutes unedited, you're welcome.
Yeah.
This can be a monthly installment. Just let us know, because otherwise we can also just go back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got some great topics coming up.
We do. I'm really excited. We've got some reviews coming up. So
yeah,
see how that goes.
All right, have a good week. You are
Yes.
loved and you are beautiful. Or
Jesus
you are
loves
handsome.
you.
We're praying for you.
Yes.
Read your Bibles, girly.
Pray lots, do lots of stuff. Drink